Hello, everybody. My name is German Azar, and I'll be presenting to you how Donald Trump's language creates language and power through Twitter. To give you a brief overview, I'll be talking about the main social media platform he uses, Twitter. And I'll give you a brief background about Donald Trump's language, how the media influences politics, his undereducated language about the pros and disadvantages and cons, and how his language creates meaning and power. And to wrap it all up, I'll give you a conclusion. Twitter is a social networking service that was founded in 2006 by Jack Dorsey in San Francisco, California, and there are currently 330 million users. People use Twitter to check the daily news and updates of what is going around in their world right now, like politics, news, and economics. Most celebrities and athletes and famous people and presidents and politicians use this to communicate with their followers. As the 45th president, Donald Trump's language is often compared to an average person in America by saying good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Very generic terms that many people like the average Joe often use to describe something. So his rhetoric conveys. He's using that to convey a message to everyone in America, both educated and undereducated, so that they can comprehend and understand what message he's trying to convey. The media's influence on politics has affected how we perceive the news today. Like, we use now in 2017, in the 21st century, we use the internet and television to get our daily news. But now we have the rise of social media websites such as Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram to get the local news and updates and to keep in with the times. And Barack Obama first used Twitter to communicate with the people. It has now been popularized by Trump for his presidential campaign in 2016. And during his presidency, he tweets every day to describe the daily life around him as a president in the White House. Donald Trump's language has advantages and disadvantages. The advantages is that anyone can understand what he is trying to depict about the United States political, economic, and social issues. Unlike other presidents who use jargons like to make metaphors to create meaning and fancy wording, Trump just doesn't use that. He just uses the simple, normal, everyday language to speak to the American people, because he has an advantage with this because he identifies himself before going into politics as a businessman and who uses the power of persuasion to influence others to make a decision. And the disadvantages: some people believe that he's impulsive when he gets angry because of his divisiveness. And many people, especially liberals, believe that he is very narcissistic and cynical because he feels like he's only thinking about himself. According to Allison Jane Smith. Like here, she said that a deep cynicism and an eagerness to play to their audience's desire to feel superior to Trump and his supporters. Meaning that Trump is only cynical. How does Trump's language on social media indicate power? In his more recent post yesterday, he says that we are days away from passing the biggest historic tax cuts by American families and businesses. It is the biggest tax cut for reform in the history. So, you see these all caps words and letters. He is trying to convey trying to emphasize an important issue that must be carried out by the federal government to pass. So he uses his business background as a power of persuasion to influence the Congress and Senate to pass this government policy for economic growth. And this is part of his goal as a president to make America great again as leader of the free world. Now, I'll be talking to you about a legal issue that has been happening in China China because of it being a communist nation back then. It was called all over the world. Shoplifting is a very serious crime, but in here, shoplifting is not just serious. It's like dead serious. Serious like if you do it, you're done for. But so the UCLA athlete, one of the Ball brothers, LiAngelo Ball, was caught shoplifting in China because he was stealing goods. And so Donald Trump, while at a conference in Asia, speaking with the Chinese leaders, he wanted to free LiAngelo Ball from the clutches of the strict Chinese authorities because he intervened to save him. But according to this Twitter post, LeVar Ball the father didn't even thank him for releasing his son, which was his life, for saving his son's life. He said, LeVar, you could have spent the next 5 to 10 years during Thanksgiving with your son in China, but no NBA contract to support you. Remember, LeVar, shoplifting is not a little thing. It's a really big deal, especially in China. Ungrateful fool. He is not thankful for... LeVar is not thankful to Trump, so this is power he uses to influence others to be grateful. I guess. If it were not for Trump, he would be stuck in jail for a long time, being tortured. Finally, to wrap all things up, Donald Trump's language in Twitter is powerful because it depicts everyday situations that he's been dealing, and his language with everyday economic, social, and political issues that he deals with, so he can make power through his language. He exemplifies this through the issues he uses via Twitter, and to influence the people as an effective leader, as evidenced by the growth of our economy and his campaign, and not a campaign, but his lifetime goal, his high goal primary goal to make America great again. His slogan from his 2016 campaign. Thank you for watching.
These are my works cited
pages. Thanks for watching.